You're not getting up, are you? I don't want to set you up. I'm already.
Here for the duration. It's a long story, we'll tell you later.
Call the December 9th Accomack County School Board meeting to order. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Madam Chair, I move that we amend the agenda and remove the recognition up above after the public comments.
I second that.
Motion and a second to move recognition to,
Correct.
prior to public comment. Is there, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. So, it's time for recognition.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kim Giddens. I'm the principal of Nandale High School, and I have Mr. Chad McGregor, one of my assistant principals. And I tell you, this has been the hardest secret to keep in the history of Nandale High School. When we were tasked with naming an employee of the month, we can only think of one person that is an invaluable asset to every student and staff member within our building. When I put the name out to the department heads, then the rest of the staff, the decision was unanimous. Today, we're celebrating someone who keeps our school running, quite literally, making sure that we have everything we need each day. If anything in our building opens, closes, creaks, leaks, flickers, drips, clogs, or stops, within 5 minutes, this person has already fixed it, is fixing it, or is heading in that direction. He takes pride in keeping our school presentable and ensures that everyone else does too. He has allowed students in our regional program for students with disabilities to work with him to gain workplace skills and is always available to work extra duty to support community people that use the building. Faculty and staff know that they can call on him at any time, and he is there to fix whatever issue is presented. He keeps the entire staff on his toes, stresses me out so bad, and brags about being an Arcadia High School graduate, but now that we have him, we're not giving him back because once a warrior, always a warrior. Please join me in congratulating Nandale High School's Employee of the Month, the actual boss of Nandale High School, Demetric Meek Harvest. Has gotten together a gift basket on behalf of everybody here, everybody at Nandale High School. Just showing you how much we appreciate you. This has been a setup. It's been so stressful, more stressful than anything. So nosy. And then she has something for you.
Would you like to say anything? Thank you very much.
We're going to get a picture of you guys.
Okay.
What do you want to say?
Right in front of you.
Okay.
He's still in shock. Thank
Next up, public comment. Todd Burke.
Madam Chair, the rules of public comment.
Rules for public comment: 1, identify yourself by name and 911 address. 2, speakers are limited to 3 minutes. 3, individuals may reserve or transfer their time to another speaker. No speaker may have more than one transfer. equaling a total of 6 minutes of maximum time per individual. 4, specific personnel matters must not be initiated at a public meeting. 5, speakers cannot be abusive, threatening, or use profanity. 6, specify the nature of your remarks. 7, speakers who have previously spoken on the subject of public comment should not be allowed to readdress the board during the same public comment period. 8, specific questions should be resolved prior to the meeting by contacting the superintendent or the appropriate staff member. 9, anyone who would like to present a PowerPoint presentation for public comment has to present the presentation 24 hours in advance for review by the staff for appropriateness. And 10, all questions shall be directed to the chairperson who will, at her discretion, solicit the response from the appropriate staff member.
Okay.
Okay?
Connie Burford, 8128 View Road, Chincoteague, Virginia. The first thing I would like to ask is, I saw the CEP is on the agenda. So the last CIP had Chincoteague Elementary School that was going to be painted in 2016, 17, in between that year, and now it has been moved to 2019. And I was just wondering how that happened and what factors into that. I would also like to know, when we had the flood over at Chincoteague Elementary School, the carpet in the office got extremely wet. I think they did the vacuum, whatever, to that. It now has white dust all over it, which is mold. And I was wondering if someone could check that out for us, and maybe, I would have thought they would have replaced that carpet since it's been in there since it was built. But it's not been replaced, and it is disgusting. Also, Chincoteague Elementary has not been painted since that was built either, and it has chips all over the paint, and it is really needs to be done. In the vouchers, Chincoteague Elementary School does not have an early childhood special ed program, but in the vouchers, we have a charge for Chincoteague Elementary having an early childhood special ed program. I have a lot of questions about that, and the Department of Education does too. Someone should look at that. I'm sure we're going to hear everything was in order with the vouchers. Good news is, if what I've understood today from the Department of Education, school systems will no longer be self-reporting. They will have someone to evaluate them. That'd be good for us. And lastly, I think this is probably more for Ms. Stella than it is anybody. I would like to report that one of our students that pulled out of Accomack County Public Schools because of the cell phone policy, she was accused of having a phone, but it wasn't her phone. But she went through the program, and she is in the middle of her junior year and has just graduated. So, with a 4.0 GPA. So we should be proud. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tammy Pruitt. I live at 25078 Woodland Drive in Accomack, and I am also a teacher of Accomack County Public Schools. This is my 29th year. And excuse me, because I may get emotional. I have always been very proud to say that I am a teacher of Accomack County Public Schools. If anybody has ever asked me, it has been nothing but pride that I have discussed. This year, I have changed my tune a little bit. I have not, before this year, even thought about retirement. I now have a plan. My daughter is a graduate. She graduated last year from Mandela High School. I'm very proud of that. But like I said, this year a couple of things have come into question into my mind. Not mention the fact that I'm getting old. I've fallen down a few times and broken a few things, as most people know. But not because of that. Because of the sheer exhaustion that I am feeling with all the demands that have been placed on us. And as I look at this board, a lot of you are at the same place in life that I am. Some of you are nipping at the heels. But the saying is true, it really does take a lot to teach an old dog new tricks. And this year, we have been expected to learn a lot of tricks. And that would be okay if we had enough people supporting us and helping us with these new tricks. A lot of demands have been put on us, a lot of, technology, a lot of things like that. I'm gonna be blunt. I don't think our technology department is ready to handle all the stuff that we've been asked to handle. I really don't want to use any more time because I don't want to say more than I had planned to say, but I'm just telling you all. Within my four walls, my world is wonderful. And if I just had to deal with the children, and yes, I teach 11th grade, 17-year-olds are amazing. If I just had to deal with what was within my four walls, I have no idea when I would retire. It would not be anywhere soon. But like I said, as of this point, I'm thinking of a plan. And I ask you all to think about that when we're putting all these new things into place.
Board will now adjourn to closed meeting.
Board should convene in closed session pursuant to the following sections of the Code of Virginia. 2.2-3711, subsection A1 for discussion and consideration of personnel matters, including approval of personnel, professional appointments, classified appointments, status changes, professional and classified resignations, volunteer coaches, and substitute appointments for actions. Also, 2.2-3711, subsection A1, for consultation with the school board attorney regarding specific legal matters requiring provision of legal advice by such counsel as to policy interpretation.
Motion and a second to go into closed session. All in favor?
Aye.